Ah, hey up, folks. Been good fun across the Atlantic today, hasn't it? Joe Biden pardoning his son, Hunter, the crackhead. Something he said for years that he would never do, which his people, his press spokesman, said he would never do, and which the truly gullible amongst the Democratic faithful parroted. No, Joe will never pardon Hunter. Until today, when he did. So, what's going on? Now, the full story you can read pretty much anywhere about the laptop and everything else. Well, there's just a couple of points I would make before I speculate on what's going on. The first is this pardon goes back 10 years. It covers everything from 2014 onwards. What happened in 2014? Hunter was Daddy's bagman in Ukraine. Yeah, it involves the great Slav wasteland, as you might expect these days. What Hunter did to earn a salary of $80,000 a month from a Ukrainian company is anybody's guess. My feeling is he did nothing. It was a bribe to his father. Hunter took his 10% for being the bagman and passed the rest on to Daddy. What did they want from Daddy? Probably support for the coup that took place against the pro-Russian government in that country. Yeah, it's America involving itself in other people's affairs as usual. So the pardon goes back 10 years. It covers the laptop, which contained all Hunter's homemade porno, featuring him and various floozies, which the newspapers and the media declined to report on 4 years ago. Said it was a myth. It wasn't a myth. It was the truth. And they were part of the conspiracy to de-elect Donald Trump. All in all, this has left those people who defended Sleepy Joe, told us that the laptop was a myth, told us that there was nothing in the Ukrainian story, told us that Donald Trump was lying. It's left them with their asses hanging out the window. And more importantly, even than that, whenever they open their fat, stupid mouths in future, people will not debate with them. They will just laugh at them and say, you supported Joe who pardoned the crackhead. And you told us that there was nothing to the story. Why should we believe a word you say now or in the future? So the Democrats have shot themselves in the foot, and serves them right. Why did they do it? Well, I think there are a couple of things. First of all, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that old Joe wanted revenge. Let's face it, he was the democratically elected candidate for the White House, and he was knifed. Do you think he doesn't fancy a bit of revenge against the people that did him in? I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't much more than that was going through what's left of his mind. But there's another issue. You see, it's not just about Hunter, it's about Joe. Certainly Ukraine involves him. I wouldn't be surprised if a deal hasn't been done between Joe and Donald to draw a line under this matter. Joe gets to pardon Hunter, but Donald promises that there'll be no investigations into Joe's activities in Ukraine all those years ago. In addition, I reckon that it was always assumed that Donald Trump would pardon the January 6th rioters. Several hundred of them are still rotting in American jails. I'm just wondering if maybe the deal will not involve Joe issuing those pardons. Why? Part of the deal with Donald not to investigate Joe's activities all those years ago. Hunter's in the clear, Joe is still in the frame. All in all, this looks very sleazy. Great fun for those of you who don't particularly like the Democratic Party. And I think it's going to rumble on. 2 years from now, when they have the midterms, this will still be an issue for the Republicans, used to damage today's Democrat Party. Think on, folks.